Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Ultima VII. Alright, we are on Skara Brae, looking for the Tortured One, and see what we can do about dealing with this little Lich problem they have. So there was a music box there, but we'll leave it alone for now. Let's go in here, and there does not appear to be anything in here. Ah, what is this? To the Dark Tower, I think that is. Interesting that they'd put up a sign saying, "To the Dark Tower! Come visit the evil tower of Horance the Lich this way!" Alchemist device, huh? Yeah, we'll talk to him in a moment. Oh, the music changed back again. Place is really burnt out. He had a pretty big place, actually. It's kind of a shame that you can't like resurrect everyone here. That would have been an awesome thing that you could do in this game. The ghostly man displays a face filled with pain. Name? I, he gasps, am called Cain, but I have also been given an alias by my fellow townspeople. To them, I am known as the Tortured One. He moves his hands in a sweeping gesture, but seems to indicate nothing. And thou canst see why. Job. He smirks at your comment. Thou wishest to know my job? I will tell thee my job, he shouts. To burn here in eternal flames for my crime against the fair city of Skara Brae. That, he pauses for emphasis, is my job. After a moment, he calms down. I apologize, milady. I realize that question was not intended to further torment me. He sighs and turns his face away from you. At one time, I was the alchemist here. Why? The flames, fool, the flames! Again, he gasps. Flames? What flames? He looks down at the ground, a remorseful expression on his face. The flames are my punishment. Years ago, when the evil Lich first exerted his reign of death over Skara Brae, the healer Mordra conceived of a plan to remove the creature most foul. She designed a concoction that would destroy the magical bonds that formed the Lich. The formula was presented to our mayor, who passed it on to me. Why didn't she just go give it to him herself? Seriously. Sounds like a pretty big bungle, if you ask me. But, he scowls, something went wrong when I was preparing the potion. The proportions were mixed improperly, or I don't know. He shouts, fists clenched. All I remember is the shop exploding in the fire. The fire, all those people dead, because of me, because of my mistake. Skara Brae? 'Twas a thriving town before I destroyed it. His jaw tightens and his face clenches. Why? Why? He again gasps in agony, but quickly regains control. There were so many innocent people, he says, staring directly at you. I cannot believe I am responsible for all their deaths. Well, you're not really. Mayor. Forsyth is the mayor. Perhaps thou canst find him in the town hall, shouldst thou wish to speak to him. People. Thou wishest to know whom I killed? I can only assume that all perished in the blaze. Markham and his barmaid, Paulette, Trent and Forsyth, and, of course, Mordra the healer. Tell me about Trent. He was, the blacksmith. Mine one consolation lay with him, for I thought there would be at least one advantage to his death. Sadly, he inhales quickly, even that did not occur. What advantage? The Lich took from Trent the one most valuable thing in the blacksmith's life, his wife Rowena. I had hoped his death would at least extinguish his pain. He smiles sardonically. Well, it did end his pain in a manner of speaking. Tell me about the blacksmith. He was once a master of all things metal. Ah, but was he a master of metal marines? Now all he does, so I am told, is work endlessly on that blasted cage. Who tells you that anyway? What about Rowena? She was all he lived for. When the Lich tried to take her from him, he was consumed by the emptiness of her death. But after his own demise, he stares directly at you, his bitter feelings soured even further. I suspect there is no reasoning with him now. Tell me about the cage. I know nothing about it other than it was necessary to put the Lich in it before my potion could work on it. Ooh, excuse me, sorry about that. Reasoning? I doubt he would believe even his own death, let alone care. End. The pain is gone, but only to be replaced by his obsessive anger. The poor fool does not even realize he is dead. He thrives on his anger. I got questions for you. The ghost looks at you with a hint of amusement. Thou art looking for the answers to the questions of life and death? Yes, I am. The tortured one looks hard at you. After a pause, he speaks. I will tell thee what I know if thou dost agree to help me. Free me! Free all of us! Free us from the evil Lich. Oh, I thought I was going to have to do that. I thought I was just going to do that anyway. But okay, since you asked. Tell me about the Lich. He is an evil spirit who inhabits poor dead Horance's body. He has a hold on every being in this town, even me. He sucks the life forces, the little that remain, from our souls. Please, thou must free us from his power. Wilt thou try? Yes, I will. The tortured one's eyes brighten somewhat, as he sees the light at the end of a long, dark tunnel. Then thou hast given me hope. To begin, speak with Mistress Mara. She can tell thee how to accomplish this feat. Alrighty. See you later. Goodbye, milady. He suppresses a pained scream as you depart. Man, it sucks to be you. Glad I'm not you. Wonder whose house that was. There's pretty good music in that place, too. What? Oh, God. Oh, you know what I think that is? Yep. Hey, a magic axe. I'll take that. I don't think there's anything else in here. Nope. Let's see what time it is. 1:25 p.m. Okay. Everyone good on hit points? Yep. The Reapers look really odd in this game. They don't look like the Reapers of the previous games. Seriously, where the hell is Mistress Mara? Maybe she's down here? In the tavern? I thought I saw her wandering around in there earlier. Thanks for closing the door on me, jerk. No, it's Paulette there. Yeah, it's just Paulette. Wonder what the hell happened to Mistress Mara. Why are you guys in front of me? That's really odd, you know that? Oh, hey. There she is, I think. Yes, that is her. Hello, milady. Thou mayest call me Mistress Mara. She peers at you closely. And thou must be Elmandretta the Avatar. She looks you over thoroughly. She lifts up her arms, and in one of them you see an Ankh. Words which you vaguely recognize flow from her lips, and the Ankh glows brightly. She stops chanting, and the Ankh dims. After her analysis of your condition is complete. Ah, it is good to see that the world has been treating thee well. How may I serve thee, O virtuous one? Name. She smiles at you. Thou art quite forgetful, Elmandretta. As I have told thee, I am known as Mordra. Job. I was the healer of this town before the fire erupted that shattered the lives of those here. I also dabbled in secret magical arts for a while. She winks at you slyly. Lives. Wouldst thou like to know about the townsfolk of Scarabray? Sure, why not? Very well, then. Of whom wouldst thou speak? Then tell me about Forsyth. She glowers at you for a moment. I have nothing to say about that bumbling clod. Tell me about Markham. She gives you a cocked smile. That rascal opened one of the best pubs this side of Buccaneer's Den, or so he'd have thee believe. He's a bit rough around the edges, but he knows how to buy good wine, that is for sure. And his taste in barmaids isn't half bad either. She wink. Just wink, not winks, wink. If thou hast met Paulette, thou dost know what
what I speak. Quentin. That poor man has had a life fraught with grief. The one ailment none of my magic seemed to be able to do much about. His wife Gwen was taken by a rather nasty group of men several years after the birth of their daughter, Marnie.
I was about to say several years before the birth of their daughter.
I know what happened to her, but I have spared Quentin this knowledge out of pity. The men thought she was a noble lady due to her unsurpassed beauty. When they found out she was the wife of a lowly fisherman, they raped her brutally and sold her to a disreputable brothel. Fortunately, she died not long after her arrival there. Mordra looks profoundly saddened.
You know what? There are almost no brothels in any of the games. So one has to wonder which brothel she got sold to. Sorry if there were some extra noises there. I was just rubbing my eyes. They're a little itchy. Trent.
Alas, I fear that his mind was broken by the loss of his wife, Rowena. He cannot break out of his hatred which consumes him. One day he will be spent, and his spirit will be lost forever. Perhaps Rowena would know of something that could help. But no, she herself is in need of assistance.
Mordra shakes her head.
Cain. He is a tortured spirit. He blames himself for the destruction of the town. In his delusion he feels the flames of his death constantly. However, I believe his state gives him a certain purification and wisdom. It is said that he even knows the answers to life and death.
She looks bemused.
Regardless of that fact, it is from him that thou must get the magical concoction to destroy the Lich. However, I can give thee the list of ingredients.
Tell me about Paulette.
She is quite a lovely girl, although a bit childlike in outlook. Her father was not of this world, I believe. He spoke with an odd inflection, and his appearance was very unlike most other people of Britannia. But then thou well knowest that many people of other worlds come to this land. I've even heard it rumored that Lord British himself is an outworlder. Imagine that.
A sly smile crosses her face. I think you know the truth there. Marnie.
Yes, a half-told tale is no tale at all.
She continues with her account of Quentin's sad life.
Marnie took ill after her mother's abduction and lived with one foot in the grave for several years more.
Ah, so it was several years rather than months.
Finally, Quentin could take it no longer. He borrowed money from a...
Oh, no, that was before. Yeah, that's right.
He borrowed money from a violent man named Michael, who went by the moniker Blade.
Yeah, we did kill him in Ultima VI. We did indeed kill him. Unfortunately, that's an unfinished bit in Ultima VI. You can't actually tell Quentin that.
When he could not repay the loan, Blade slew him. However, this is not the end of my piteous tale, for even after his death, Quentin's shade was forced to remain in the town of Spirituality, where he had to watch his beloved Marnie grow more ill and eventually die. Yorl, the man who cared for Marnie after her father's death, built a shrine for her earthly body.
She grows silent for a while, eyes downcast.
It is my sincere hope that thou shalt rid us of Horance, so that Quentin may join his loved ones, wherever they may be.
Rowena.
Thou must find a way to bring her out of the Lich's ensorcelment, even if only for a brief moment. I am positive she holds the key to restoring Trent to his former self. Perhaps if thou couldst find a personal article of hers, something from Trent perhaps, and bring it to her, that might break the enchantment she is under.
I think we have an idea of that. Horance the Lich.
He is the blasted Lich I was trying to destroy when the fire happened. Horance the Mage apparently decided one day that mortality was not something for him, so he began to research ways to avoid death. Finally, he came upon the formula required to make himself an immortal undead, Lich. Unfortunately, this transformation, compounded with his already obsessive behavior, changed him into the evil thing he is today. And 'tis his evil black service that commands us all.
Black service? Angrily, Mordra says, each night at the stroke of midnight, the spirits of Scarabray travel to the Dark Tower and are used to infuse Horance with the power to continue his dark existence. None of the others are aware when this happens, but I feel it without being able to stop myself.
Tell me about the Dark Tower. The Dark Tower lies on the northwestern point of Scarabray. There is something odd about its construction, for I find it very hard to penetrate with my magical senses.
Excuse me.
Within it, she says, thou wilt find the Well of Souls.
Tell me about the Well of Souls.
The Well of Souls is a powerful artifact, located at the back of the Dark Tower, from which the Lich draws his power. The souls of the dead are incarcerated there, doomed to the torment of Horance's all-consuming appetite. An expression of pain shows in her features. Tell me about Blade. Her face becomes passionless for the first time since you met her. The reason I know of this story is because my late brother, Rinaldo, sat on the bench at the High Court in U. He wrote to me about the capture of not only Blade, but also of the pirates who abducted Quentin's wife. The pirates spent the rest of their days in the lowest cells of a dungeon, and Blade met his fate upon the edge of a guillotine. Yeah, that guillotine was called my sword. I'm the one who killed him. A fitting death, dost thou not think? I think your brother took credit for my murder. I mean, my justice. It wasn't murder, it was justice. Ferryman. I know very little about that one. He's been here since the Lich called up the angry dead from their graves. I know one thing, though. Even shouldst thou defeat Horance, he will remain here under the geas he serves. She looks a little sad as she tells you this. Angry dead? The graves of our ancestors have spilled forth the dead of Skara Brae. Their minds and hearts are rotted, and they care not for the living. Hence the name Angry Dead. What can you tell me about the ingredients I need? If I tell thee, thou must be sure to get them right. Otherwise, what happened when I told that blasted mare will happen again. And while we here in Skara Brae have no more lives to lose, thou hast quite a valuable one. The ingredients necessary to dissolve the Lich are a potion of invisibility, a potion of curing, and 1 vial of the essence of mandrake. I have one somewhere in mine house. Remember, only 1 vial. No one. I see. Of what wouldst thou speak, then? Magical arts. Her eyes twinkle mischievously. If I were to reveal them to thee, they wouldn't be secret any longer, now would they? Damn it! Fire. 'Twas the doom of this town, though I place no blame upon the alchemist Cain. For I was the one who told him the recipe that I am sure will rid us of the Lich. Cain? Now those who reside here call him the Tortured One. That is because he is in eternal pain, caused by searing flames licking at his flesh. The pain is imagined, but to him 'tis as real as thou or I, or at least as real as thou art. Recipe. 'Twas but a simple mixture of a few ingredients. It should have worked. Her eyes narrow. I expect that mayor of ours, Forsyth, fouled things up. Mayor? That man is a bumbling idiot. It is his fault that the island was destroyed. I gave him the exact portions of the reagents to be used in the magical formula, and he paraphrased it to the alchemist. Cain, by the size of the fire, I am sure he misquoted the amount of mandrake root by 10-fold. Damn that foolish man! Well, what about your foolishness for telling him in the first place? Her brow creases as you can see that this is a subject that she likes to avoid. All right, goodbye. Goodbye, young Elmandretta. Take care of thyself, but should ill befall thee, I hope that thou wilt come back here and let me minister to thine ailments. She smiles kindly as you leave. I wonder if you can get her to heal. I'm not sure. And there's more mandrake root. I don't think you can actually screw this up, unfortunately. Alright, what we do need, though, is the music box. And there was another path off this one. Nope, that's that. And, well, let's go make the potion first. Because we can. It won't take long. Let's go ahead and just make it. Yes, of course you have a bad feeling. It's because I just saved. Alright, so we want to go in here. Now, what we really want to do is use one of these, one of these, one of these, but let's try something else. These line up perfectly with that apparatus, and we should have an empty vial in here. I mean, there's one in the room, but seriously, I could have sworn I picked up an empty vial. Alright, whatever. Alright, now we do that. And I guess we'll go up here then. And if we double-click that, it just fails. So you can't screw it up. It's actually kind of disappointing that you cannot blow yourself up in this game with that. I think it would be pretty awesome. Let's go do that. Let's put down the curing potion, and now where's the invisibility potion? Oh, I bet one of those invisibility potions was that vial. Whatever. There we go. And boom. Now we have more vials, and we have that special glowy vial there, which we could have gotten from that chest. But I didn't want to get those cheaty items. I just wanted to get the armor. Stuff that you can get elsewhere, but we will be getting more of it. Let's head up here first. Actually, you know what? Let's head around the back. So I don't remember exactly where you can set down your carpet, but there is a place. 64 ammunition, not bad. I'll take that. I don't know why you get ammunition from those skulls. I just figured it. I mean, I like when I was. Ow! That better not have hit me. It did hit me. God damn it, Horance. When I was a kid playing this game, I clicked on everything. I was so fascinated by all the stuff that you could do in this. Ooh, statues. Ooh, rats. Some beds. There's a ghost. You see a ghostly lady wearing a long black gown. Something is a bit strange about the way she looks, but you can't quite place it. Also, look at the skeleton here. Look what the skeleton is carrying. After a pause, she says, "Greetings, my lady. I am Rowena, lady of this wondrous tower." She gestures around the room, indicating the moldering walls and cobwebbed rafters. Name. I am called Rowena. Job. She stares blankly for a second, then, as if on cue, I am the mistress of the tower. Those are pretty awesome thrones there, too. I tend to my Lord Horance's needs and keep our place looking respectable. It would appear that she's been falling behind in the latter duty. Tell me about the tower. After a moment, this is a lovely tower, dost thou not agree? Before you can answer, she continues, dost thou see the lovely rays of light playing across the flagstones on the floor? Water sparkles in the fountain. This is truly a beautiful place in which to live. Her eyes fix upon the floor. Horance? She blinks once, then, Horance, what a wonderful name. He found me lost and lonely, and brought me here to be a lady. Is he not truly the most magnificent of lords? Goodbye. She pauses. Goodbye, my lady. I hope thou hast enjoyed thy visit to our glorious tower. Please return whenever thou wishest. You feel as if you've been speaking to a statue. Oh, yeah. Ceramid, you're not supposed to be my king. Oh, hey. There's the Lich. Let's go up here first. There's a clock. Hello. Look at that portrait. That is definitely Horance. You step forward to confront this vile-looking creature, and he slowly turns to face you. As his intense gaze locks it onto your form, you almost wish you hadn't been so bold. Helman Dredda. A sardonic expression comes to his undead features. How may I help thee? You get the distinct impression that help is the last thing you'll get from the Lich. Shimino steps near you and speaks in a whispered tone. Do not trust this one, my lady. Methinks he'll cause naught but evil. No shit, Sherlock. Oh, no. I mean, what do you think he is, an Archlich from Spelljammer? Probably shouldn't have mentioned that. Because, you know, maybe he does think that I think he's an Archlich from Spelljammer. I mean, just because I'm obsessed with Spelljammer doesn't mean that I'm going to see Spelljammer everywhere. Oh, look, a galleon flying through the sky. Milady, I'm ready to go now, he says to you, cowering from the undead creature. Name. The Lich's dry features take on a haughty appearance. Thou mayest call me Lord Horance. Can I call you dickwad, Horance? Because that's kind of what you are.
It would only be prudent, as I shall one day rule all of Britannia.
You're not working very hard at that, you know.
Surprised, Avatar? Come now, surely thou dost not think that Lord British will stand in my way. I know how to deal with his ilk. Just a matter of touching a little plaque.
Or I could kill you and take your sword. Job. A harsh cackle escapes his dry throat.
I am the illustrious Lord of the Dead, soon to be Lord of all Britannia. Dost thou have any idea of the number of dead people and creatures there are? I thought not. The dead are the ages of mine to summon. The dead of the ages are mine to summon and control. Gotcha. Okay. The graves of beloved ancestors will spew forth their contents into an army. A special treat for the living mine undead monsters will be. I imagine a skeletal dragon that cannot be killed.
Nah, Dracoliches can be killed. They definitely can be killed.
Consider a cabal of everything mages eternally enthralled to me. And the most beautiful part of my plot is that, as the living die in these battles, and they will die, they will swell the ranks of the undead host. I will rule supreme, a world of the dead.
Not if I have anything to say about it. A terrifying glimpse of his sick and twisted future causes you to shiver ever so slightly.
And I will have a queen, the lovely Rowena.
Oh, you mean the statue downstairs. Gotcha. Lord Horance, you say?
Ah, it is good to hear such an obeisance from the Avatar. Perhaps thou wilt have a place in my new order.
Maybe as the destructor of the new order. Sure. The Lich looks at you with an expression somewhere between malice and humor. Lord British.
Evil is a mild
Evil is a mild word for the sneer that appears on the Lich's cracked lips.
It has recently come to my attention that a certain ore found in the Britannian surface can, if fashioned properly, become the bane of the vaunted Lord British. I know this ore and have used it before for other purposes. I will use it once again to destroy that so-called lord.
Remember when Mordra said that her magic couldn't see inside, the tower? Yeah.
Rowena. She is the most beautiful lady I have ever been witness to. She shall have eternal beauty at my side, and we will rule together.
She's a friggin' ghost. After hearing him speak of his plans for the future, you find this a very unlikely statement.
Obeisance. Why, what else wouldst thou call it? Surely thou art truly humbled by my majestic presence.
Not really. New order? You gonna play like some, completely blanking on the song name. I even have it on my iPod. Whatever. An expression of zeal lights the dead face of the Lich.
Yes, Elmendreda, the dead will rule. I will be their leader, and thou canst become an avatar to me.
Fine.
Yes, I thought thou would see the wisdom of my vision.
He looks at you like a cat toying with a mouse.
Or. Now, Avatar, that would be revealing. Then I would have no secret from thee, would I?
Other purposes? He gestures at the walls of the tower.
How else didst thou expect my tower to withstand the ravaging effect the ether is having on my magic?
Ah. All right.
It is truly sad to see thee go, he says with a sardonic smile. Yeah, right. Feel free to explore mine humble abode, though have a care. My guardians are none too intelligent and will most likely assault anything living.
He smiles with his death's head grin. Hey, they weren't attacking the rat.
Ah, the wondrous Avatar has returned. What have I done to deserve such an honor?
The word honor sours on the creature's tongue. Now we had that over my dead body. I suspect I know what he'll say, but let's see this. Rowena. No? Oh, wait, there we go. Lord Horance. New order. Over my dead body? Why, Elmadretta, I thought that was understood. It will be my pleasure to help thee enter the realm of the dead. Goodbye. We'll deal with you later, don't worry. Whoop, that's not the way I wanted to go. Oh, ow, lovely. Thank you. Jerk. Let's see. Dupre and Ceramid are both quite injured. Well, let's fix that. Guys? Oh! Does that not work on unconscious people? That should have worked. It's up to 10. I thought Great Heal would heal him up fully too. Ah, crap. I don't know what I just cast. Conjure. I have no idea what Conjure does. Let's take a quick look. Since I just cast it. Might not have actually done anything, but it's probably a good idea to take a look. Fourth circle, Conjure. This spell summons a wild beast that will fight for the mage against any enemy. Well, we'll see how that works out. Might not have worked. It's kind of a waste of some points, though. Let's just go with Awaken All. Oh, we summoned some rats that are now dying. Oh, jeez, Ceramid, god damn it! You get your butt over here. Alright, let's just get you out of the fire. There we go. There we go. I think our rats are gonna die, though. Alright, now can we do a restoration? $60, $26, $26, $24, $27, $19, $24, $16. Alright, good. The things you people put me through. Suppose I could put out the, try to put out the fires. Oh my! Hey! What do you think that might be? Who do you think those people might be? I think that might be seeing the future. Well, it's not technically seeing the future, but... Alright, we'll take that potion of invisibility, and there is a potion right there, which we cannot actually see. Let's see about reveal. Where is reveal? Oh, hey, you can get another one of those potions. Neat. Alright, let's see what books we have. Ritual Magic by Nicodemus. I believe we have read that one. There's a book right there. Modern Necromancy by Horance. The author of this poetic treatise attempts to show how necromancy has been maligned throughout the years and explains how the beneficial knowledge that can be garnered by studying the effects of magic on a lifeless corpse, including the more recent art of returning life to a dead companion, known as resurrection. Pathways of Planar Travel. The Tome of the Dead by Suvol Shadowface. The crinkled pages of this book appear to be made of an odd sort of leather. It contains various essays concerning the treatment of the deceased, especially the bodily remains. One chapter is entitled 101 Uses for the Human Heart. Another passage describes the method by which human skin is tanned and pressed for use as writing material. You don't say. And there's a transitive vampire again. And there's a book down here. The Black Compendium, written by Mondane, with annotations by the Enchantress Minax and magical formulae by the Hellspawn Exodus. To extend one's life is a complicated procedure, taking years to complete. However, there is an additional side effect, invulnerability. I have broken this work down into chapters based on each individual ritual. It is very important that these steps are performed in the order presented. First, thou must procure a 5 stones worth... 5 stones of the... 5 stone... I don't know. 5 stones worth, I guess, of the dust of crushed rubies. This must be mixed thoroughly with the ooze of a slime, enough to make the rubies into a thick paste. After thou hast created the paste, set it in an ivory jar, and place the entire container in a bucket of olive oil for 3 years. The next step is to procure 10 newborn babes, none more than 6 days old. With a knife cut from the bone of a harpy, thou must remove of the blood from each newborn. To be kept fresh, the blood must be stored in an onyx flask, though mixing of each baby's blood is quite permissible. Now thou shalt seek out... I don't know why this book was banned. That's terrible that they've banned this book in Britannia. Should have a word. Guys, what are you doing? Supposed to go after that thing. Alright, going through there. Oh, there we go. Took care of that guy, and we get a magic axe out of it. And there should be at least one more. Did we already kill it? Like, by accident or something? No, I don't think so. Well, that works. I'll just murder it right there. Oh, it's not actually dead. Now it's dead. And I shall take its magic axe. Hee. I'm so nutty. Well of Souls. There's not much you can do with that, though. Alright, now, we need to see about breaking Rowena out of her spell, but we will do that in the next episode. See you then, everyone.